بسم الله الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدره ومقداره العظيم. صلاة تفتح لنا أبواب الرضا والتيسير وتغلق عن أبواب الشر والتأثير، تقول لنا بها ولي والنصير، أنت ولينا ومولانا نعم المولى ونعم النصير. الحمد لله. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا يا ذا الجلال والإكرام. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. Alhamdulillah, welcome. Today we starting this program of reading the Quran. The program is actually what we seen on the screen here is was named The Method. I didn't give the name. We came across this program a couple of years ago, some more than 10 years ago now. It was an existing program that I then basically made some changes to and typed out and made into a booklet, and we eventually began teaching this course. And the difference between this course and the normal surat that is taught in madrasas is obviously the first thing that you'd notice is the way the letters are set out. And as you can see here, these letters are individually placed on this grid, whereas normally you would start with alif and then ba. What we found was that students memorize alif, ba, ta, tha, jim, ha, kha, so the idea of this program was to jumble the letters up and teach them in a different sequence. So what we did was set out the letters and then look at everything that needs to be covered in order to be able to read the Quran. So here we have what we call the harakat, the sound movements. And it's as simple as finding a single dash like this above a letter, or one below the letter, or one that looks like a 9. Okay, so we have the sound that's above the letter, which will be the a sound. One that's below the letter will be the I sound, and the one that's looks like a little 9, which is also above the letter, will be the U sound. Then similarly, when it's 2 dashes, also above the letter, it'll, instead of a, it'll now be an, or in, or un. Okay, so that's already 6 sounds, or 6 harakat, sound movements, that you will find on a letter. Or we'll find this one, which is the sukoon, which takes the sound away. This is a shadda, which has its different, basically doubles the letter. This is a short mad, which elongates the sound. And then the longer mad, which also elongates the sound. So you get the longer mad like this. When it's above the letter, it will be, instead of, we had here a, now we have a. It's below the letter e, and then now the 9 is turned around and it's also a bit longer than the other one. This will be u. All right, so we have a, I, u, an, in, un, no sound, and then the elongated sounds. Then we have sound combinations. We have just the a, and it's combined with this letter, which is alif. That'll elongate it to give you the a sound. Or you get the I, which is combined with the ya and sukoon, which will give you the E sound. And then the U, combined with the waw and sukoon, gives you the U sound. So far, it's basically a, I, u, or an, in, un. Then one that takes the sound away, one that doubles the letter, which we haven't looked at all yet, and then the elongated sounds and how this elongated sounds can be created by combining a sound and a letter. Then we have what we call the diphthong sounds, where again the a is found. Normally when you find the a with the alif, it elongates it, but when you find the a with one of these two, the ya and waw with sukoon, then it becomes the o and the a sound. So once more, if we look at it, there are 3 basic sounds. And then those 3 basic sounds either get a n at the end of them, making them a, I, u, and then an, un, so that's the n at the end, then the sound gets elongated, either with an elongated looking haraka, or when it's combined with another letter. And then the two sounds that are different now, making them 5 sounds in total from the 3 original ones, is O and A. Then what we also included here was just when we put this one, the sukoon that takes the sound away, when it's found on an alif, all right, or a hamza, it serves like a stop, like a stopping sound. So this is not normally where anybody would start when they're teaching Quran or reading, what we call bacharing. We wouldn't start with the sounds, but this is just to give you an overview of how simple reading the Quran is. The sounds are very few, a, I, u, and in un, no sound. Elongated version of a and u will be a, I, u. Same here, a, I, u, when there's a combination of a sound and a letter, and then o and a. Here we said this is just as a stop. So now what we're going to do is, as our first lesson, so here we've listed each of the letters, the way they show up here in this order. We've listed them here, and also how, what the correct positioning of the mouth should be to correctly pronounce that. But we will obviously, elaborate and explain how that should go. Some of them you can see are very similar in terms of what we call the makhraj, where the letter originates in the mouth to make sure that it is pronounced correctly. So once we've now covered all the letters and the correct pronunciation, we now, again, these are all the sounds listed there. Now we do some drilling with the first 3 letters that we cover. So you can see the first letter is the letter Sin, the second letter is the letter Ta, and the third letter is the letter Ra. So we focus on only 3 letters at a time, and those 3 letters are the same as you have here, Sin, Ta, and Ra. So that's where we'll stop for our first lesson. And then in our next lesson, we'll continue from this point onwards, inshallah.